Good morning and welcome to my garden. Okay, today I think I'm going to do this end of contour one on the north. You can see my Syntropics row is very tall and lush. I've got pigeon pea here that's very tall. This Thai basil is beautifully flowering and the bees are loving every bit of it. But I know it grows back very quickly whenever I prune it, so I will be pruning that. This Kings Park Special callistemon, it's growing tall enough that it is able to be chopped and dropped too. This senna is also growing well. I can see it's not a very dense grower. It doesn't have a lot of biomass to offer, but it will be doing different things in the soil from the plants around it, and therefore that makes it valuable. Each different type of plant has a different root formation, whereas the Kings Park Special will be going down deeply. These herbs and the cat's whiskers will have more fibrous roots, and that's what we need. I am done. Contour one on the north is all cleaned up. I didn't have a lot of biomass here. The plants in my Syntropics row are not plentiful and do not produce a lot of biomass, but as you can see, I've got a lot of greenery on my chop and drop row, and it certainly increased the amount of organic matter that is available to this bed. I was quite excited to be able to chop off about 40 centimetres off the top of this breynia. This tristaniopsis is not producing anything yet, but gradually it'll get big enough to do so. This senna had some good growth on it, but it's still pretty sparse. It's not the ideal chop and drop plant. This callistemon, on the other hand, had a good amount to come off, and so it's starting to be productive now. This little senna nearly died last time I chopped and dropped it, and it only has one or two stems that are still growing, so I'm going to have to just wait, give that a bit more time to grow back before I cut that again. I've added this syzygium Aussie compact. People often talk about wattles and eucalypts being great for Syntropics. I don't know why they haven't tried the syzygium. We call them lily pillies, and I think they produce an incredible amount of biomass. And this breynia also was tall enough to take about 40 centimetres off it. I've cleaned up the vegetable side of this bed. I also moved the watering system here. I had a main line running down that line there, but that created a situation where the line came over here and about 50 centimetres of that bed wasn't being watered. So by moving the main line trench over, I was able to move the entire water system down this end. And so we've got an extra 50 centimetres there that's being watered now. And I also put on this extra line here that will water things up near the trellis. And you can see here I've added about 1.20 meters to the end of the drippers as well. So that watered all the way to the edge of the bed now. It'll mean I'll be able to grow all the way to the edge of the bed. I have 3 pear plants. I don't know what variety they are, and they all look very different. I planted Nashi pear, brown pear, and Packham pear seeds. So it'll be a surprise as to what varieties they are. So contour one on the north is all cleaned up and ready to grow. Okay, I've been a bit delayed getting outside this morning with lots of things going on, but I have opportunity now to get back into cleaning up the garden. I finished a clean up of contour one this week, so now I'm going to turn my attention to contour two on the north. The Syntropics row has a fair bit of biomass, mainly pigeon pea and Thai basil. The bees are loving the Thai basil, so I'll spread some of those seeds on other garden beds so that we can have some of that popping up there too. The pigeon pea is producing a good amount of biomass. The priority now is to do my chop and drop so the Syntropics row can prune their roots and so that they can regrow back while there's still moisture in the soil. Oh wow, okay, let's have a look up here in the sky. I think they're kites. And there are 7, 8 of them. They're all circling over a field. I think perhaps the neighbour has been mowing and exposed some of the rodents in the ground. Well, yesterday I got contour 2 on the north, mostly cleaned up. And it looks lovely beside contour 1. Now to have contour 2 all tidy as well. I had some good biomass on my pigeon pea here, and that's gone down on the row. I took a couple of low branches off the avocados too and added that to the row. I used to have a swale along here, but that became problematic with mowing and the mower would slip into the swale. So I've pretty much removed the swale now. The ground is on a gentle slope, and so the water will run down the slope towards the garden bed. I have the chop and drop row there that will help to sink any water that runs off the ground onto the garden. And down this end, the comfrey covers a lot of ground when it has a lot of leaves, but I've pruned that down now. I have some more yacon there that will grow with branches high, not really covering the ground down low. I think I could do with a couple more trees in this syntropic row, some taller trees. We've got a lot of shrubs and low brushes with the pigeon pea, the leptospermum, the tibouchina, gordonia, more pigeon pea, but I really need some taller trees. Mind you, it's the shrubs that have more fibrous roots and better for creating biomass when they are pruned. So maybe I haven't done the wrong thing here with having all these shrubs. Cleaning up around the vegetable side, I got it all cleaned up. I harvested a number of carrots from this end. Those carrots all came from seed from my own carrots that I'd grown and then scattered over the garden beds. Ah, look what I can see. I have a caterpillar eating, actively eating. Well, that's interesting. He's actively eating that capsicum. You can see I have a lot of spaces here now. I could plant a lot of things. And it's a time for us to be planting tomatoes, capsicums, and eggplant. I'm back out cleaning up on contour 3 on the north today. You can see that I've pruned down the pigeon pea, the lemongrass. There was some arrowroot there in the front corner that I've pruned down as well. There was a good amount of Okinawa spinach here that was growing all over the place, so I've pruned that down too. My silver leptospermum is finally tall enough that I can prune some of its branches down. That'll help it thicken up and grow more biomass for me. My cranberry hibiscus has been lovely for salads, and I've pruned that down too. You may notice that I'm pruning them down a lot less than I used to. I used to take them off at knee height, and I've discovered that some of the plants didn't come back so happily when I took them at knee height. So now I'm taking them at waist height. I think this might allow them to grow back faster, and potentially I'll be able to chop and drop them more often, and they'll have more branches able to grow more biomass for me. So today I'm going to be cleaning up this end of contour 3. This poinciana has grown beautifully large and its shade was very much appreciated at the height of summer. And we're finally getting our summer rains, and that is enabling me to chop and drop and the plants to grow back a little bit before the weather cools enough that they slow down their growth. So I'm going to take this down a little bit. I won't take it all the way down this time. I'll leave some of the growth there because we still have some hot days here with tops in the 31, 32 range. Contour 3 is looking much tidier since I've pruned and chopped and dropped and weeded. You can see down this end it looks a lot more open with that poinciana having been pruned. The poinciana provided a lot of biomass along the row. Further into winter, I'll need to prune it down again so that it doesn't shade my vegetable row. This tuckaroo was pruned down too, and the leaf and biomass from that enabled me to extend the bed to here. Now I am considering extending the bed all the way out along this line here. There's my pathway, and currently the irrigation pipe comes down here, but I think I'll move it from that position there to coming down beside the pathway, and that way I can have the bed come all the way to here, and that'll give me an extra 2 or more meters for planting.